Hey, how's it going? James Wedmore here, doing a live stream here with the brand new Mevo camera. Going to do a review on it. I'm playing around with it, having some fun with it, making some mistakes with it. One of the mistakes that you can see, which is just hilarious, is that it keeps capturing the facial recognition of Harrison Ford, i.e. Indiana Jones over there. So I need to fix that. But you can see that it actually will do a little facial recognition on me. So we're going to hang out here for a second, see if I can kind of just let it do its thing here. Here we go. So now it should be set up on me. Okay, so hopefully we're coming in loud and clear. Thank you for catching the replay. What I wanted to do was kind of a informal, impromptu review of the brand spanking new Mevo live stream Facebook Live camera. I've had it now for just under 24 hours. I absolutely love it. I'm geeking out about it. And we have a lot of options and opportunities available to us now if we want to start doing live streams on Facebook. And so I want to talk about those. You know, we could just use our phone, and there's some cool gadgets and stuff. I brought some here with me to kind of review them if we want to use just our phone. And then if we want to upgrade to a third-party software such as OBS or Wirecast, I have and use both of those, and so I have some of my first impressions and feedback with those. And then, of course, we can talk about this third option, which is the Mevo Cam. So if you want to do Facebook Live, you have really 4 options to you. So we'll start there. The first option is to just straight up use your smartphone as it is. The camera on your smartphone and the microphone. This is like raw, straight up live streaming from your mobile device. Now the second option would be to put your phone on steroids. And we'll talk about some of the options you can to get a lens, to add a microphone, stuff like that. The third option is to use a third-party software such as OBS or Wirecast, and we'll talk about those options. And then now the fourth option is to use an app/camera that kind of does its own thing. And I'm really liking this. I've had a couple issues, which is more with connectivity. It uses your phone's data plan. That's one of the options. And so I wasn't getting the best of reception, so I had to lower the quality of this video, so it's not like 1080. It's like medium quality, whatever medium quality means. So hopefully I'm still coming in okay. I've got a few people with us on live now. If you could give me some feedback, leave a comment, and just let me know, yeah, it's coming in. Let me know if it's buffering or it looks crappy. If it is, don't use the camera as your judgment for it. It's my internet connection's pretty bad where I am. So we're here at Wedmore headquarters. This is my office here in Laguna Beach. Been a long day, about to head home, and I figured I'd do this quick review with you and hang out. So if at any time you have questions about the camera, live streaming, or anything else you feel like asking me, don't hesitate to put it in the comments box. Wanda says looks good, no buffering. Awesome. So again, the quality is probably a little low, but yeah, just not the best quality video. Audio is good though. So Neil, we'll talk about the audio, what I'm doing there. But I want to reiterate that for anybody who's joining us live, is that I had to tone down the visual quality because of my internet connection stuff here. That has nothing to do with the Mevo. So let's get into it. We'll start first with the Mevo camera itself. I'll explain as much as I can, and we'll go over some really cool stuff. So the first thing is the box itself. Great packaging. I was really excited to get this in the mail. You can go to, I think it's just Mevo, or just do a Google search for Mevo, and I got it straight from their website. I think they said they weren't shipping until August 15th, but I got on there 2 days ago, bought the camera, did rush delivery, and had this thing to my door like last night, late afternoon. So comes in this wonderful little case, amazing presentation, and this thing literally comes out of the box and it's ready to go. So the first question that I really had is buying this is I didn't really understand exactly what am I buying? How does this work? And that might be what you're asking. So I want to take a question or take a moment to answer that question because it still is like so magical how this thing works. So here's the deal as far as I know. First of all, it is a camera, okay, by itself. It is first and foremost, it's a video camera. And you'll see things like, you'll see I can do stuff like this. See how I can zoom out? See how I can like go over here? And then I can pan all the way to the right. Wait for it. Okay, see how I can do that? So I was like, how do you do that, right? What's making that happen? I want to be clear that it's not on a motorized head. There's no gimbal, there's nothing like that happening here. This is simply a very wide angle shot. So it's capturing a huge shot, and I'm going to expand it right now and show you the whole shot that it captures. And then using the app that you download for free, you can actually control what in that shot gets captured. Okay, so it's kind of like fake multiple angles. You know, it's not multiple cameras. It's not moving or anything. It's just zooming in and zooming out of one shot. So if you have any questions of that, let me know. So you get the camera, you plug it in. It has a battery pack. Not like crazy impressed with the battery pack, but the great thing is you can just plug it in and it's going to stay charged. Now the camera also has a built-in microphone with it. But as it stands right now, I'm about 5 feet away from the camera. And as you know, with onboard microphones, the further the distance between you and the camera, the worse the audio gets. So even though it's a good quality microphone, if I want to get a huge shot like this, and let me zoom it back in so you guys can see me. Hello there. The audio isn't going to be that bad. So you're like, James, how are you getting audio to this? So it's pretty phenomenal how it does this. But when you have the app running, and I'm going to turn it around so you can kind of start to see. I'll give you a closer shot in a minute. But when you have the app running, it will ask you what audio source do you want to use. I can either use the Mevo audio source or I can hardwire a lapel mic right into the phone. And it's capturing audio that's now 3 to 4 inches from my mouth. So the audio is going to become crystal clear. So I can go like run to the other side of the room and come right up to the camera and the audio is going to stay consistent. That is something I really, really like about the camera, the whole setup. So again, you get the camera, you plug it in. I also got a tripod for it, which is really neat. Extra $50, you just put it on like a little mic stand. And now I've got this complete little camera system. Okay. So I'm going to do a zoom in shot here. Now, one of the things I'm noticing is the way this is connected is, you know, it does Wi-Fi. The camera gets turned into a Wi-Fi hotspot to wirelessly connect to your phone, and then it uses your phone's data plan to send all the streaming to Facebook. So I don't get good cell reception here at my office, so it wasn't coming in very well, and I had to lower the quality of the video, which is why you're not seeing really extraordinary footage at the moment. So hopefully that makes sense, okay? But that's how it's working, right? So I'm gonna come up to the camera in a second, and I'm gonna show you, and it might look really weird because it's like a mirrored image, but I'm gonna kind of show you what it looks like to have the app, the interface of it. It's basically just a viewfinder. And let's see, it'll probably kind of create like a mirrored image there. So you can see there's a red box around here. Hopefully that doesn't look like too trippy, like you're putting a mirror inside of a mirror. But with this red box, I can choose what I want to focus on. And this is the entire camera. And then this little viewfinder up here, oh sorry, there we go, that's much better. So this viewfinder up here is the actual shot, and it shows your audio levels. You can kind of see the green is popping up and down. That's my audio levels, okay? So it'll also, let's zoom in a little more. You can see the red button here means we're recording, and right next to it will show how many people we have live. So it's really basic. Now I'm going to show you something really, really cool if you guys will stay with me. I don't know if this is kind of showing up okay. If you guys want to let me know, like, yeah, we see it. I know it looks like a phone inside a phone inside a phone. It's kind of like an MC Escher drawing or something. So Meredith said, so much better now than before. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so what you have here at the bottom, in this lower right-hand corner, is some cool options. Okay, so the first option over on the left is something really cool. So first of all, it has something called, this is called Camera Assistant. And what this does is it allows you to find people. And so what it does, this is so hilarious, is it'll put a blue face, and you can't see it here, but it's putting a blue face over Indiana Jones, the poster I have in my room. Okay, so it'll let you know where all the people are. And then I can put it on Autopilot. And what's cool about Autopilot is that it will start to do its own thing. Okay, so let me tell you what I'm talking about here. Now when I come around here, you'll notice that it's trying to do its own thing. It wants to film Indiana Jones. Like, I know Harrison Ford's a good-looking guy, but come on, you know, right? But if I move, notice it's moving with me. The shot is tracking alongside of me. Like, how cool is that, right? And so if I'm over here going blobbity-blobbity-blue, hey, come on. But I can still manually overwrite it, which is great too. And I'm talking, and then I want to come over to the whiteboard. It's going to go wide, and then it's going to zoom back in. But it's so hilarious because all it wants to do is film Indiana Jones. Now, that's not cool. So here's how you solve it while you're in the middle of a live broadcast. This is called problem solving. Right? That's problem solving. Now all it's doing is it's tracking my face. So you'll see it zoomed in on me. How cool is that, right? So I can go over here, and it's going to follow me. Then go over here. So we've got a workshop coming up in like 2 or 3 weeks. I'm just going to have this camera going in the background with a mic plugged in, and I'll be talking. Now, one of the things that I did notice very fast is because it's using a lot of juice here on the phone, that my battery just got depleted faster than I've ever seen it, right? So you want to be plugged in here, and you want to be plugged in on the camera. This stuff takes a lot of juice. Now, if you guys have any specific questions, I'm going to go over some more features with you in a moment. I'm here to answer any questions as well. So you just put any comments in there, and we'll get to them. Also, since we're here, I'll show you some other features if you don't want to throw down the $400 or $500, whatever it was. I can't remember. After shipping, we paid a lot more for it. I'll show you some more features, but again, with my hand, I can see what I'm filming, and I can change the shot, right? So if I want to just get the whiteboard or the little easel, I can have it zoom right into that. I mean, it really feels like there's a camera operator there. Isn't that cool? So there we go. Okay, so I'd love to know if you feel like it's distracting with the camera angle always changing. You know, because I want to know if that's the best use for it moving on. Like if I'm going over here and I'm chatting over on this thing, and then if I come and sit down, you know, does that look cool? I'd love to get your opinions on that. So I want to see what other features I can share with you. You know, so that was really a first really cool feature, is I've got full control of this wide angle shot of what I can focus in on. I can set it on autopilot, and the camera's just going to track me. Or if there's multiple faces, it could just track anybody in the shot, like it was tracking Indiana Jones earlier. Now the second feature, which is really cool, is, which I mentioned previously, Gordana, nice to see you on here, is that I can choose different audio options, right? So I can choose the onboard mic for the camera, or I can have a lapel mic plugged in. So Chad says it looks professional. That's amazing. To me, like, this is so cool. So thanks for geeking out with me on this, you guys. Poi says, so you got two of the Mevos? No, just this one. Just this one. But should I get two? Now here's something else that's cool. No, so it's just, okay, so Poi, it's just one camera. Let me show you, and just for anybody who's just joining us, it's one camera that captures this shot that you're seeing right here. You see how wide that shot is? Okay, Bianca, I'll answer your question in a second. Yeah, but then it can zoom in on different shots, so I can have it come over here, and then let's see, and I'm monitoring it all from my phone, right? And then I can have it go over there. I can have it zoom out. You know, and it's not hard. It's very intuitive to use, right? No, I don't know if it's Apple only. That's a good question. So the question, who was it that asked, by the way? It's definitely in the App Store. I don't know if Google Play has it yet, but it probably will happen pretty soon. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like it might only be for Apple devices at the moment. It is. It's so crazy awesome, right? So, okay. So the question is, what the heck is the Mevo? I will be dead honest. I bought this thing sight unseen, saying I have no idea what the heck this is, but I just heard the first camera for Facebook Lives. Here's my money, right? And I'm honestly really good. There's no affiliate link. I'm not associated with this. They didn't send me this camera with an endorsement. But I love buying, you know, gadgets and toys and stuff like this. And this is my favorite new toy. And this is coming from a guy that has like the DJI quadcopters and stuff, right? It's just really, really cool. So it's a camera. And I don't know if I can show you how can I show you the camera? I need like a mirror to actually show you the camera. I can show you the box and you can see the picture of it. You can go to the website too. But it's a camera that wirelessly connects to your phone through an app, and it streams live instantly to Facebook and allows you to edit in real time. Now what's also bananas, which I I totally forgot, is that it comes with a micro SD card. So I got a 16 gig micro SD card in the camera right now. I can save every single live stream as a 1080p file in the camera. So this to me, if you want to host a live event or workshop, if you want to do some sort of course where you teach it live and have the recordings and sell the recordings later, oh my goodness, we've paid thousands for professional videographers. I'm asking, yeah, I'm just running it with my phone. I'm asking, why can't we just use this thing, right? And it's going to stay recorded on there. Now, you also notice the audio is coming in really hot, like good, right? That's because I just have a wired lapel mic. Let me go ahead and introduce that to you now. So let's get that zoomed in as much as we can. This guy right here, the iRig Mic Lavalier, okay? This is a $20-something microphone on Amazon. I'll bring it nice and close for you in just a second. It's a $20 microphone, maybe $25, something like that. And I'm using it. I love it. I mean, if I sound good, that means this thing works well, right? If I sound good, it works well. Is that proper grammar? I think that's proper grammar. So I got a few more features I'll run through you, because we're not done yet. We can switch to a black and white filter. We can get a little bit more, you know, change the mood up a little bit here, right? What other filters? They've got one called Vivid. The mic is, yes. Katie, nice to see you on here, Katie. Yeah, the mic is just plugged directly into my phone. How crazy is that? It's not plugged into the camera, it's plugged into the phone. So now I'm on Vivid, so you can see my shirt is like way brighter than it really is. And then we have, of course, sepia, you know, sepia. Good old sepia. That like reminds me of high school for some reason. Okay. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this thing, and again, there is no endorsement, there's no affiliate thing. I'm just geeking out about this, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I'm going to start clicking on some of the buttons here. I don't know what that button does. It's not working. There's a button here that allows, I don't know what that is. There's a lot of settings that are very cool, which I haven't played around with all of them. But again, the Mevo camera, do you have it on a random shot view? Yeah, hey James, nice to see you, man. Yeah, it's kind of like this Autopilot videographer that kind of just randomizes it. So what you could do is you could have someone just man the iPhone and like cut to different people, you know, which is really cool. Like if you were doing an interview and you wanted to cut between two people close up and wide, you could do that. So Um, let's see, Katie, I'll get to your question in just a second. That looks like a good question. It sounds like you're hanging out with Jasmine Star. Good old Jasmine. Okay, so yeah, right now it's just on random, so it's just kind of doing its own thing. But I can override it, and I can instantly zoom it in. See, there it goes. It zooms in, right? Isn't that cool? Yeah, boy likes this. So my camera is on fire right now. That's my only concern. Is like this thing's super hot, and it goes through battery pretty fast. But I have it all plugged in. Okay, let me see if I can find that question. So give me just a second, and if you guys would like to ask a question, don't hesitate. I have some other cool stuff I want to share with you. Obviously, the number one con with the camera, there's two downfalls. When I put your video horizontal, you can't see the comments anymore. Interesting. Okay, let's see what Katie Robin asked, and then I'm going to talk about the two cons of the Mevo camera that I know of so far. I asked Jasmine Star this today. She has a program that she uses to overlay her website and Twitter handle on the Facebook Live feed. Is this something that would work with that? Great question. That actually, ironically, is one of the cons. So when you use a third-party software like Wirecast or OBS, you basically turn Facebook Live into your own television show. You can cut between cameras. You can add videos, like professional videos and intro sizzle reels and overlays and all kinds of stuff like what Katie's talking about. You can have a lower third that shows up, all this fancy stuff. You can't do any of that with the Mevo. Now, this is a brand spanking new camera and app. Will they add that stuff? My guess, if it takes off, they'll invest it to make it better. They will put more of those things in, but right now, it's just a camera. There's no way for me to splice in footage. There's no way for me to add fancy text on the screen or anything like that. So that's the downfall. What was the other one? Price? Price is the other one, I think. But I feel like there might have been one more, and I can't remember. So that's that one. But I mean, I can see the comments on the screen here, and you know, it's a professional, good-looking camera. So, so am I using an extending cable for the iRig mic? No, I'm not. The cable's only like 5 feet in length at max. So pretty easy. Yeah, pretty simple. Which iPhone model, asked Seth, am I filming with? The iPhone 6. So not even the 6S. I never upgraded to the 6S. So what other broadcast programs does this work with? Great question, Katie. This only works with livestream. This is actually, they are the makers of this camera, so they made it originally for their platform livestream and Facebook Live. Or you could actually just film a video with this. Now that's really cool too, is that if you wanted to just use it as a video camera and film videos, you could do that. Like this could be your video camera, right? Like if you just wanted to film an event and not live stream it, you could do this. But at the moment, it does not work with Periscope. It doesn't work with anything else. What are the other ones, like Meerkat and stuff like that? As far as I know, there weren't any options. It gave me two, live stream and Facebook Live. But here we are on Facebook Live, hanging it out. Okay, what I want to do, if you guys don't have any other questions, I want to kind of run through your other options. Yeah, can you move around and the camera will follow you? Yeah. Is it Elier, if I'm pronouncing your name right? Yeah, so we'll do another demonstration of that. Yeah, so the camera's going to follow me, right? So it goes wide angle, and then it'll go in, and then if I move slightly, it's going to move with me. So if I move really fast, or watch this, if I turn it, so right now it has facial recognition, right? And it'll come back and forth, but when I disappear my face, watch what happens. See how it goes to widescreen? Because it doesn't recognize my face anymore. Now I bring the face back. there it goes zoomed in again. Isn't that cool? I think that's pretty neat. Boom. Okay, so pretty cool. All right, what I want to do is spend a few minutes longer hanging out with you guys, if you don't mind. Those of you guys just joining us, we have been testing out and playing with my new favorite toy, the Mevo live stream camera, the first camera for Facebook Live. I absolutely love it, and this is coming from someone who is really trying to do more live streams. So for the past 2 weeks, we've been playing around with a few options. So let me go through some other options if you're not ready to throw down the moolah for the Mevo, because I think everyone here can agree that we should be paying attention to Facebook Live and doing some live streams, right? So if you go to getmevo.com, by the way, that's their website, and you can order this thing right now. So again, it's getmevo.com. It's $400. I don't know why I paid so much more. I think because it was like $100 to rush delivery. Talk about lack of patience there. Okay, so what I want to talk about is, do you really need this? No, you can just use your iPhone. But the thing with your iPhone is we can amp up the iPhone. We can put it on steroids a little bit. So I want to share with you some things that a good buddy of mine shared with me. His name is Sean Cannell. He is the founder of Video Influencers. He's a great guy. Love him. Love what he does over there. And he found some really cool resources that he recommended, that he uses, and now I use if you want to use your smartphone for live streaming. Facebook Lives or whatever, Periscope or, whatever else is fancy. So the first one is a product. Now, what I'm going to do really quick before we get into it, I'm going to get the camera closer so you guys can really see a close-up. So give me a second here, because this will take a little maneuvering. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, now we're a little bit closer. See, you can see me. So the first one is from this company called Aukey, and I'll zoom in on that. Aukey. What this is a wide-angle lens, okay? And here is the wide-angle lens right there. I'll zoom in on that. Now what that does is it goes on your iPhone, okay? So you just kind of put it on there, and it drastically will change the angle of your shot on your iPhone. So if you were to open up your camera app right now, don't do it if you're watching this on your phone, you'd have a very narrow shot, right? What that lens does is just expand it, and that's a little nicer, So great little piece. Again, it's called the Aukey, Aukey. I'll zoom in on that for you. Boom! Wide-angle lens. $30 on Amazon, okay? So now you've taken your standard normal camera on your phone and you've blown it up. And I think this could work for any mobile device. Don't quote me on that. Now, if you've ever followed me with video stuff, you know by now that the thing that I always say is that audio needs to be the number one thing that you improve. You want to up your game with video, you always start with audio, because you can have a beautiful picture, and if we can't hear you, if your audio sounds like crap, we're tuning out, right? Trust me, I know that from personal experience. So we picked up the iRig mic lav, right there. So you can screenshot that, write that down, whatever. This thing's like $20-25, plugs directly into your phone, and I'm using it as we speak right now. So if you like how I sound, go grab it. Now the next little piece that I love is what is called the Me Photo. This, we've bought just about every single iPhone mount imaginable for tripods, And this has got to be one of my favorites because it's so durable. And yeah, I like the iRig better, Poi. It stands by itself, right? So here it is down there, and it's standing up by itself, and then I can just easily put this in here, right? Look at that. And then, of course, it can connect onto a tripod. Let's make sure that's okay. Tripod goes right into here. Okay, but isn't that cool? And now I can actually just leave this here, and I've got this thing on a little stand for the rest of the shoot here. So can you guys see that okay? I'll do another shot of that. So I love this thing. Okay, now that's called Mevo, Mefoto. If you leave that on the table, can you change the angle? Yes. You mean angle of the Mevo? Oh yeah, I can do whatever I want. I can go over there. Well, can you guys name those 3 movies? Anyone name those 3 movies? Did that answer your question, Katie, or did I misunderstand you? Okay, so just to recap there, we've got, if you want to just use your iPhone, you get a tripod mount, the iRig Lav, and the Aki wide-angle lens. Bam! Okay. Any questions on that, you let me know. You could just soup up your, yes, thank you, James. Mefoto bracket for holding iPhone securely. Appreciate that. This is for $100. You can, less than 100, I believe. You can soup up your iPhone, and you can run your broadcasts straight from the phone. Now, if you want to get to the next level, you're going to want to look at the third-party software solutions. I've looked at OBS, and I've looked at Wirecast. Now, I had someone on my team run OBS, and we ran into a few problems, and we just weren't getting what we wanted. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to go buy Wirecast. Now, Wirecast is $500, but it's made by the company Telestream. Okay, let's see what the best website is for this. Now, Telestream is also the maker of ScreenFlow, which happens to be like my favorite editing software in the world. So the way I look at things, my mindset's a little different than most, is that I don't go for free stuff. I want to pay for somebody's stuff because I know you get what you pay for. And I'd rather pay for something so that I know I get the support, the dependability, the updates, someone who's motivated to take care of their customers, right? That's my opinion. So we're using Wirecast, and I love it. I don't have any, anything bad to say about it other than the price. It's $500. Now, what's cool is the moment you use one of these third-party software solutions, you can use something like a webcam. Now, this is the C920 webcam, I believe. $63 on Amazon. 1080p HD, looks pretty good. $63, plugs into your computer via USB drive, and you're ready to go. You can do that with either OBS or Wirecast. So I've kind of given you 3 options. Use your smartphone, use the Mevo, or use the third-party app. Which one do you use? That's a really good question. I don't even know if I have the answer for ourselves yet. I love the camera, I love the Mevo, but it doesn't allow us to add any branding, any overlays, any videos, or anything like that. As far as I know, I can't find a feature on it. We haven't done any official reading the instructions. Like, who reads instructions, right? But for a live event, I'm just going to pop up the Mevo, press go, and let it do its thing. But I might, in the future, want to do something where I add multiple angles, add in a video, add in a PowerPoint slide presentation, and that I'm going to need Wirecast for. And then there might be times when I just want to do a very casual, let's go live and do it. and I would use my iPhone. So truly, there are uses for all three of these. Okay, and you just need to start by asking yourself, how are you going to be best using this? Okay, I think if you were going to create a lot of live content, and then repurpose that live content, the Mevo camera might be the way to go. If you're trying to produce a live experience where there's a lot of stuff going on, like, okay, we'll be back in a moment after this commercial break, then you're going to want to go for Wirecast. If you're just trying to be raw, impromptu, like, hey, here's a 5-minute rant, you just use your iPhone. So I don't know if that gives any clarity. I don't know if any of this helps, but if you have any other questions for me, I'll go through the questions again, but this has just kind of been fun to go through this and hang out with you guys and use this camera. I am a big fan of it. It's very high quality. It's great. So, yes, James says invest in the best. A properly executed live feed post can generate advertising equivalency value in the thousands or more. I mean, I agree. If the intention is there, like if you're just like doing it to hang out and have fun, save your money. But if you plan on using it for business, if you plan on using it to market your brand, to get yourself out there, one of the number one things that we're one of the biggest things we're seeing is that when we do a Facebook Live, it just reaches a lot of people. So if I go over to my fan page right now, we have a Facebook Live that I did on my iPhone a couple days ago, and it got 6,700 views. That's crazy pants, right? And then we did another one. This one got 6,300 views. No, that's not a live stream. I'm sorry. That's just a video. And that one we actually had to pay for. Here's another one that got 2,100 views. So we're seeing a lot of people. See you, Poi. We're seeing a lot of people engage with our Facebook Lives, even if they just hop on for a minute or two. But a lot of views come on the replay as well. So I'm here to answer any questions for you guys. I'll hang out here for another second or two, support you in any way I can. A lot of questions have come in. I think I got to refresh this page, but this has been fun. Hopefully this has been valuable to you. I'll tell you another really cool strategy we're using with Facebook Live if you want to hang out for another minute. What I want to do is read all the comments with Facebook Live if you want to hang out. Okay, there we go. Okay. So the comments aren't always coming in right. I don't know why it's going on. Bianca said yes, that helped. Seth asked, where do you get the big white desk? So this is actually 2 desks. You can see there's a split right there. These are 2 desks. We got them at IKEA. They're white glass desks at IKEA. The chairs are IKEA. We love them. Everyone comments on them. This is where our team sits for the day when we're working. It's pretty great. Rebecca asked the question, is the Mevo zooming in and out of automatically? It sure is. Yeah, and if you came in late, you'll notice, no, I'm not using any software, Stephanie. I can explain that. But if you notice, I put a piece of paper over Harrison Ford here because it was actually tracking his face. So the Mevo camera was trying to shoot Harrison Ford, a.k.a. Indiana Jones, because it thought it was a real person. So I had to put a piece of paper over his face so that it wouldn't do that. That to me is something I find hilarious. Chad is asking if this product's ever going to work on Windows or Android. I have no clue. I'm sure they're smart. They're going to do that. Right now on the box, it just says download in the App Store. I'll go to the website and see if they have it available for... I mean, they've got to do that. That would just be crazy. Here's the Mevo app. Let's find out right now. Mevo app. Oh, here we go. No, it does not look like. Does Mevo have an Android app? Not at this moment. Not at this moment is all they're saying. Boy, brutal. Okay, any other questions? I'm not seeing any, but I might need to refresh the page. If you're tuning in late, what we did is, you can always catch the replay, but I'll do the short Cliff Notes version, is I'm reviewing / demoing / playing with the brand new Mevo live stream camera. This is the first live stream camera for Facebook Live. All this movement, all the stuff that's happening, the zooming out, the zooming in, this is happening automatically based on one of the settings that the camera provides. My audio is connected directly to my iPhone via a lapel microphone, but I could also use the camera on the Mevo. Actually, let's go ahead and do a demo of that, shall we? We like testing things out. Switch. So I'm now using the Mevo onboard mic. So I would say the camera's about 4 feet away from me. You can probably hear a loss of audio. You can probably hear that it's a little echoey or distant or hollow sounding. It kind of feels like we're not as close anymore, huh? You know, that's the importance of great audio. So let's go ahead and switch back. So now I'm back on the iPhone source, which is this $30 microphone that I'm using, the iRig mic. Right there. Stephanie asked this, and I answered this like 3 times. No, I'm not an affiliate. I am not, any type of, kickback, or they didn't ask me to do this. I got this thing last night. We're really excited and intrigued about what live streaming is doing and the moves that it's taking, and we know that there are a lot of people still waiting for their camera, like they purchased this, and so I wanted to get out there and start demoing it. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, so no, we're not affiliated in any way, but we do love the product. We as in me, I just have multiple voices in my head. Yeah, so Cindy said the Mevo mic isn't clear. That's too bad. Much better with, big difference. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Good to know. So there you go. There's a little demo of it. I'm going to see if there's any last minute things I can do for you. Now again, right now it's doing this whole auto tracking, autopilot thing. I just took it off, and now I can fully control it myself. So I can keep the shot right here. It's not going to change. It's not going to do anything. If I leave the shot, it's not going to follow me. But if I put it back on, now watch what happens when I move. See how it's following me? See how it moves with me? That's pretty cool. So if you're speaking at an event or something, it's really neat. Okay, so how does the iPhone audio play into the live stream? Rebecca, how? I have no idea. But here's basically what's going on here. The camera is over there. Yes, well, I can show you the control panel in a second, Katie. Absolutely. So the camera's over there. It is wirelessly connected to my phone, which is down there. Okay. And now the phone is using the data, my data, which that bill's going to be fun, right? Signal is broadcasting the live stream. So as it's sending the signal, it's also sending the audio from the iPhone. I don't know how that is happening. To me, it is all magic. Okay, we're just going to answer it with magic. Let's now go ahead and show you what. I got to take it off this auto because it'll go a little nutso. Let's take a look at the app itself. Okay, this will be a final look, and then we'll wrap it up. All right. So, can you guys see that okay? Obviously, it's like a picture within a picture within a picture or something like that. But you can see it will show the entire shot. So I can expand it, and the camera will capture, like, look how big the capture area is. And then if I wanted to, I can zoom in just on one thing, like the phone, and it will zoom in on that, and I can zoom it back out, which is pretty cool. Okay. Shows me how many people are live right now. Shows that we're recording. So Chris is saying, are you reading comments from the computer? No, look, you can see the comments showing up right there. See that? Can you guys see that okay? It just disappeared, but yeah, the comments will pop up here. I'm doing both, actually. Okay, I'm reading them on here as they come up. If someone wants to say hi, it'll show up on here. Give you guys a cool example of it. We'll get it real close. I know it looks so weird to see, like, look at all the phones in there. But if someone leaves a comment, just says like, hey, what's up? There you go. See? See how it pops up in the corner? Who is that? Gordana said hi. Right? It's pretty cool. So, all right. There you go. There you go. So right now I can manually control this, which is neat. So that's it, guys. I'm going to wrap this up. Appreciate you hanging out with me. We're going to call it done. That was a while. That was a long one. So I hope to do more of these using the Mevo camera. Really like it. Really enjoying it. So that's it. You